We have plugged into our guitars. We're ready to go here. 4 minutes after midnight. Hi, Rick Kamla. Hall of Famer Steve Alexander. We're here to style and dial you with the late night fantasy goodies here. And we're about to get you into the Magic Man of the night. We want to tell you about our sponsor, Bet Online. Are you betting? Are you investing on sports? Do it through Bet Online. They're the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025 or any year. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, Bet Online is your ultimate game day companion. Look them up. Use them. They have the largest selection of odds and everything from the NBA and college basketball to the NHL and UFC. Bet Online continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every three-pointer to hat trick, Bet Online has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. Bet Online. The game starts here. Doc, who is your Magic Man from a thrilling Wednesday night in the NBA?
I was at trivia at the Underground in Dahlonega tonight, and I got done with that, and I went in the Golden Tee room, of course. It's sort of, the Golden Tee machine is sort of private and in the back. It's in this little tiny secret locals bar kind of thing. And of course, I always just have to go back there and make sure that it's okay and that nobody's doing anything stupid to it. And I look at the TV and I see the stat lines. I see the scroll underneath of what Peyton Pritchard and Derek White are doing for the Celtics. So the Celtics didn't play Porzingis, Jason Tatum, Jrue Holiday, and those dudes went off. Derek White hit 14 of 26 shots, 9 3-pointers, had 41 points. Peyton Pritchard came off the bench. He hit 14 of 20 shots. He hit 10 3-pointers. He had 43 points, 10 boards, and 5 assists. They both had 41 points and combined for 19 threes, like with 30 seconds left in the game. And then Pritchard scored like a layup or a little jump shot or whatever and got up to 43. Those dudes combined for 84 points and 19 3-pointers. 19 3-pointers from two teammates is the most all time as far as I know. Those are my Magic Men of the night. And sorry, Malik Beasley, Pritchard probably just wrapped it up, the Sixth Man of the Year award, because everybody's going to hear about this.
I had that thought as well, that this probably once and for all locked it up for Peyton Pritchard. I mean, it was already pretty much locked up, but
it wasn't locked, but he was leading.
I mean, he had 10 threes, man.
It's locked now.
43 points, 10 boards, 5. I mean, what a freaking game. Malik Beasley is still my sixth man. But I'm not saying my whole thing is just don't put the voting and the thought process to bed too early. That's my whole thing. If you want to go wire to wire 1 through 82 and Peyton Pritchard, and you've critically evaluated the whole season and Peyton Pritchard is your sixth man, cool, right on. I just want to make sure you're doing that. That's my whole vibe with that, as opposed to I was going to go into a Heisman race from yesteryear, but who cares? My Magic Man of the night, Doc, is Russell Westbrook, who went off 25, 5, and 3, 2 blocks, 2 steals, and 4 threes. 8 fantasy gold units for us here, Doc. 25, 5, and 3 PRA for Russell Westbrook, because Aaron Gordon is out again, Doc. I believe it's an ankle injury. I believe this was his 3rd DNP in a row. I know Andre will correct me if I'm off with those factoids, but here we go, dude. Westbrook is back in the starting 5, killing it now, Doc. And I played the point prop over on Russ tonight, hit on it. Like 3 games ago, it was like, okay, Russ, I'm starting to see you. Then the game before this one, it was like, okay, Russ is ready for a pop game. And then, boom, we got the pop game here tonight, Doc. And look, it was a great matchup. You're at home against Sacramento. Boom, It's going to be an up-tempo game for an up-tempo player. So there you go, dude. Andre, by the way, is giving us a stat here in terms of I think the history you were talking about. Wilt and any player on his team combined for 100+ points. He says 84 points tie for 16 with Jordan and Pippen back in 1996.
No, what I was saying is no. I don't think two teammates have ever combined for 19 3-pointers in a game. I wasn't talking about points.
Kobe and Smoosh Parker, 94 points. He says that's the record. That's a great trivia question right there, and I did know that. Who was the second leading scorer to Kobe when he had 81 points? And I did know that it was Smoosh Parker. I think I would have said 14, and it's 13. But I did know that was Smoosh Parker. Get somebody at a bar stool with that trivia question, dude. I promise they won't know Smoosh Parker is the answer to that.
I was sitting in this very spot, except my whole desk was shifted that way when I watched Kobe score 81 against the Raptors. And I wasn't a Lakers fan, but I was like, oh, I'm going to go see what Kobe's doing. Boom. That may have been pre-Twitter. I'm not sure. But I watched Kobe get his 81, and that was amazing. Also, I love the fact that you call Smush Parker Smoosh.
Yeah, it's not Smush, it's Smoosh. It's just dude, working at NBA TV, we got corrected. I called at a summer league. What we did, and I was appreciated. We would have PR directors call like producers and bosses and stuff, and be like, "Yo, get them to say the name right." I was like, "Cool, thank you for calling. I want to get it right." So I was at a summer league in Orlando, and Nikola Vucevic was a rising hotshot with the Orlando Magic, and I called him Nikola Vucevic, right? Phonetically spelling the V-U-C. And Joel Glass, the great PR guy who I'm good buddies with to this day. Joel Glass, love you, man. He's still their PR director. He's risen up. He's an executive now. Great dude. He just slipped me a piece of paper, pardon me, and it said Vucevic. And I gave him a thumbs up, like, thanks, dude. And so ever since and I can't tell you how many people still call him Vucevic when it's Vucevic.
Why is Aaron Gordon ruining Russell Westbrook, bro? Like, Westbrook was balling when Gordon was out, right? And then Gordon came back.
Christian Brown has ruined Russell Westbrook, dude.
No, it's Aaron Gordon. I think Christian Brown and Russell Westbrook coexist. When Aaron Gordon was out, that is when Westbrook went off. And so was Christian Brown. They both went off. When Aaron Gordon came back and then got healthy, that's when Westbrook disappeared again. I welcome back Russell Westbrook, man. I thought Westbrook, I think Denver is better with Westbrook in the starting lineup than with Aaron Gordon. And you've already scolded me and been like, Doc, Aaron Gordon's their guy. Like he's part of what they do. But I'd rather see Russell Westbrook in the starting lineup, honestly.
We have so many disagreements on it's awesome, on guys that we want in the lineup. And I don't know. Look, Michael Malone has a hell of a decision. When he gets all these guys healthy, they go into a playoff series. Are you going to start Aaron Gordon? He's going to start Christian Brown. I don't think there's any question about that. I think the toggle point is Aaron Gordon and Russell Westbrook, and Michael Malone will make that call. Get into some must-add players, Doc, from Wednesday night. Let me just count up the guys I have here, at least to talk about, if not to pick up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 guys. Let's get cracking.
Rick, we like to sing on this show, so I'm going to say, my name is Jonas. Jonas Valanciunas, balling out. As long as Sabonis is out, you want Jonas Valanciunas on your team. Peyton Pritchard. 6th man of the year, monster night tonight. I don't have to tell you to pick him up. He shouldn't be available in your league anyway. Ty Jerome. Little Ty Jerome.
We can't have a broadcast without Ty Jerome. I am serious. They could be off for 4 straight days. They could not have played the night before. They could not be playing the following night. We could be in an abyss of the Cavaliers. And you're going to bring up Ty Jerome. Is it in our contract? Are we the Fantasy NBA Today, proudly presented by Ty? No, we're brought to you by Bet Online, not Ty Jerome.
Now, would you be bringing up Ty Jerome if I wasn't?
No, I'm kind of tired of talking about Ty Jerome.
Keyshawn George, one of your guys, I'm sure you're going to bring him up because you bring him up every friggin' show we do. And another guy that you can't stop talking about, your boy, your dog, Kyle Filipowski. Those are my 5. Suck it.
I absolutely love it. We are mosh pitting in here tonight. Oh, my God. Filipowski's on my list, Doc. 23
Oh, is
points.
he? That's shocking, Rick. I can't believe it.
People, for the love of God, pick up Kyle Filipowski. 23 points, 13 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 3. And you remember, Doc, yeah, it feels good to mosh pit a little bit every once in a while. Push and shove and yell at people.
We do it all the time. It's fun. That's what we
yell
do.
At your boy. It's fun.
Brothers got a hug.
It's fun. Andre says Mark Bartelstein doesn't approve Rick's rant on Ty Jerome. Look, I love Ty Jerome. I'm just fatigued with all the conversation and narrative about Ty Jerome over here in the fantasy space. If Mark Bartelstein is watching, Mark, what's up, man? Fan of your work. All right, so Filipowski, Doc, like we've talked about this, and I gotta shout out Aaron Brewski because he took me, opened my eyes from Streamerville on Filipowski to you got to get this guy, okay? And so I'm picking him up everywhere that I can. The Utah thing's going to get even uglier than it is now, guys. They're ultimately going to completely shut down the main 5 guys, and Filipowski is going to go off down the stretch. All right, so I had him written down. Where do I want to go now? I want to go to the Washington guys, Doc. I wrote down 4 guys, and I'm like, it's our top 5 must-have guys. We're blowing out that top 5. There's too many guys to talk about. Okay, we cannot be contained by a number. Alex Sarr, Doc, 21, 5 and 4.
We can only hope to contain him.
Exactly. 21, 5 and Alex Sarr tonight killed it. 21, 5 and 4, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 2 threes. Go get him.
Do you trust him though?
No, but it's a pickup. I'm rolling the dice, throwing a Hail Mary from 50 yards out with 2 seconds left in the first half because I don't know because I'm a shitty field goal kicker.
Good call.
That's all I'm doing here.
Good call on Washington beating the Jazz, by the way. You were all over.
They didn't cover, though.
Oh, no.
They won by 3. I was laying 4.5. You know why? Because of Kyle Filipowski. Dude, because Kyle Filipowski is fucking Kevin McHale reincarnated, okay?
You love Kyle Filipowski. You talk about him more than I talk about Ty Jerome. You talk about
I don't think so.
About him. You talk about him more than Brewski talks about freaking Keon Ellis.
That is not true.
I don't know about that.
Andre produces every one of these episodes. He will tell you that is not true.
I don't know,
the
man.
Filipowski to Keon Ellis ratio is heavily in favor of Aaron Brewski. There's no way.
Know.
I will die on that hill. And
let me guess.
The amount that I talk about Kyle Filipowski pales to the amount that you talk about Ty Jerome.
You're going to talk about Bub Carrington. You're going to talk about freaking Justin Champagny. No.
I don't have Champagny, bro. I got Alex Sarr here, Keyshawn George, and what I want to talk about with Keyshawn George. Okay, I talk about Keyshawn George a lot, admittedly, but again, not as much as you talk about Ty Jerome. Keyshawn George, I just like. We're on one tonight, folks. I just like that he had the jaw injury and was questionable in play. Okay, let's go, young fella. Be tough.
Yes.
Let's go. Come on. Don't take the night off. Go. And he had one of his best games in a long time, Doc. He went 23, 7-2, 1 block, 1 steal, 3 threes. Dude, I'm telling you right now, he is one of the best block, steal, 3 guys in the league right now. Look at the game log. He's 1-1-1 every game. That's why I roster him. Doc,
I love Keyshawn.
I'm going to bring up a guy. He's a mainstay in that Washington starting lineup for a long time to come. I'm telling you, man, they got a first-round pick in him, and he's a good player. Doc, Chris Middleton is low-key balling right now. Have you noticed these goody lines? The PRA is solid.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell he is doing in the middle of this kid fest. I don't get it. I hate it, actually. I'm actually angry that Chris Middleton is taking minutes away from my boys. I like Justin Chimpeni, Corey Kispert, Tristan Vucevic. Like, what is happening? I thought Chris Middleton was washed. I thought he was done.
He's not. I mean, tonight, 14, 6, and 6, 1 block, 2 steals, 1 3. And he's playing 24, 25 minutes a game. He's playing about half the game. Marcus Smart's coming off the bench and, frankly, starting to play pretty darn well. Andre says here,
33 years old, and he's got legs made of breadsticks. I'm out on Chris Middleton, dude. Like, I can't believe they are playing him.
They're playing him. They're starting him, Doc. They're starting him.
He needs to be in a broadcast booth.
Okay. I completely disagree. Chris Middleton can still play. He can. He's still a good player. You give him minutes, he produces, and he's very efficient. He is not washed. He is not washed. And then Bub Carrington tonight. Yes, Bub. 12, 5, and 9 PRA machine.
9.
2 blocks,
9.
2 steals. All right. Because, of course, Jordan Poole was out and probably will never play again. All right, Doc. I mean, again, there's a bunch of guys to get to here. Najee Marshall hit the point prop over for me tonight, and they lost the game by 800 points. What did I say about Najee Marshall on Tuesday night? This guy is a bleeping dog, and he is going to play hard and run through walls, and he is going – it doesn't matter what the scoreboard says. Najee Marshall is a dog. He's going to bring it. 22 and 11 tonight, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 threes. And Doc, I got a nice little – I felt like a nice little score in 30 deep tonight. It's a 30-team industry league. Doc's in the playoffs, Brew's in the playoffs. I'm in the playoffs on a bye week this week. Just chilling, making hopefully game-changing pickups. I scooped up the kid Brandon Williams from the Dallas Mavericks tonight. Ooh. And you're hitting me with Damian Baugh. And Damian Baugh is going to be
Brandon Williams was a nasty pickup, dude. That is solid. I'll give you some Ricky props for that, because I wish I had Brandon Williams. I would have cut Damian Baugh to get him, honestly.
Guess who, dude? Okay, so I got to read you this text. So Brandon Williams tonight, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, did not make a 3. But David
actually, he had 7 assists and 3 steals.
Oh, wait a second. Whoa. So I must have written down that line in progress right there. Give me the full stat line here. I thought that was the final.
14 points, 5 boards, 7 assists, 3 steals, 7 of 15 shooting, and he was 0 of 4 from downtown, which leads me to believe that he can shoot threes. He just didn't make them tonight.
Good point. Brandon Williams, we're in a 30-team league, and so we're kind of like, I'm psyched about Brandon Williams.
Yeah, it's a great pickup.
Thank you, dude. So David Kleiss, who I beat, he's also on bye this week, okay? Our buddy David Kleiss. David watches the show a lot. Hey, David, what's up? He's been, as I came and got the number 1 seed from Kleiss, he's been texting me and stuff. He said, you got Williams minutes before I tried. So a little bit that was a run, don't walk to the waiver wire scenario. When I was going through stuff for tonight's show, I was like, Brandon Williams, is he available in 30 deep? Ooh, there's a plus sign next to his name. Giddy up, baby. I have no idea where this is going with Brandon Williams, but I'm kind of geeked to have him on my squad. And then, Doc, I tell you what, let's just launch into hold on a second. One more guy I want to talk about, then I want to launch into a Portland conversation. Did you see what Kevin Porter Jr. did tonight, Doc, off the Milwaukee bench?
Well, they were playing against the G League team.
I get it. Okay, so Kevin Porter Jr. had a triple-double tonight off the bench in 26 minutes. What? It was a blowout, so extra minutes, extra time, and all that.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, he went 10, 11, and 14. It's absolutely buried at the bottom of the ESPN box score.
Your boy
10, 11,
AJ
and 14.
Green went off too.
Bro, why doesn't Doc Rivers play Kevin Porter Jr. 20 minutes a game? Tonight he played him big minutes because they won the game by 100 points. He usually plays him 11, 12, 13 minutes. How can Kevin Porter Jr. not carve out? Gary Trent Jr. is hurt right now. How can Kevin Porter Jr. not carve out 20 minutes and put up a really good PRA every night?
I actually have a very good answer for you because Taurean Prince needs to play 30 minutes and hit 1 of 6 shots and score 3 points with 0 assists, 0 steals, and 0 blocks. That's why. And 3 turnovers for good measure. I mean, come on, dude.
That's hilarious.
Let KPJ play. KPJ has had his issues. We all know. You can have your whatever opinions about him off the court, but on the court, fantasy-wise, let the kid play. Kevin Porter Jr. can ball, dude. And there's no reason that he shouldn't be out there running next to Dame Lillard because they've got Lillard out there with 4 big guys. That doesn't make any sense.
Totally agree.
I'm totally with you.
All right, so before we launch into this, we're still on must-add players. There's so much waiver wire activity right now. The waiver wire is on fire. All right. Are you intrigued at all by Johnny Juzang of the Utah Jazz? hitting 10 of 15 shots, 5 bombs, 27 points. Man. Does that have your attention at all?
Yes, I've been intrigued by Johnny Juzang all year, but I mean, dude, the Jazz are. That's the thing. That's the thing about trying to do this show now. Like, we should be doing this show like 18 minutes before tip-off when we know who's starting for these teams because silly season is here. And trying to predict what's going to happen tomorrow with a team like Utah or Charlotte or Chicago, like it's impossible because they're all just they're just throwing stuff out there at the wall and seeing what sticks. I'm intrigued by Johnny Juzang. I'm not picking him up. I was intrigued by Johnny Juzang like 2 months ago, and he just went away. But I mean, I think the Wizards and the Utah Jazz are probably the 2 teams that are going to do the weirdest stuff from here on out. So Johnny Juzang could easily be a thing, but we're just not there yet.
So before the 27-point game tonight, he had 8, 8, 2, 9, 5, 6 nickels, dimes the whole game long. No, I am not feeling Johnny Juzang. Johnny Juzang is going to have to go 2 more times for me, Doc. He's going to have to hit me upside the dome with a frying pan. And if in the next game he goes 13 points on 4 of 11, right? Whoosh, flush. I'm moving on with my life. Like, he's going to have to put these back to back, a series of good games to get my attention. He had my attention when he was playing with Tiger Campbell and Jaime Jaquez back in the UCLA days, but that was a long, long time ago. It wasn't that long ago. but you know what I'm saying. All right, Doc, let's wrap up the must-add player conversation with a little Utah
Dude,
convo.
how many players are on your must-add list? Did you?
I told you 18. And I said Utah. I didn't mean Utah. I meant Portland. Doc, we had a.
I had two more on my list too that we haven't talked
good.
about.
I'm not trying to bogart this thing. All right, hit me with what you got.
Well, no. I want you to bogart. I kept mine to 5. You went 18. I've got 2 more. I want to hear the rest of your list, and then I'll just throw them. Well, no, I'm throwing them out there right now. Duncan Robinson, Haywood Highsmith. Just there's no Jovic, there's no Jaime Jaquez. Duncan Robinson and Highsmith are 2 guys worth looking at. Who's the rest of your list?
I mean, we haven't even talked about Keon Ellis with Malik Monk missing the game. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, anyway.
Jesus, where is Brewski?
I'm just saying. Maybe
I'm waiting for Brewski. I'm waiting for Andre to be like, "Hey, we have a special guest," and Brewski popping up and be like, "I hear you guys are talking about Keon Ellis, and I had FOMO. I need to be here."
Oh my God, you're hilarious, dude. Okay, let's talk about Portland here. Doc, Denny Abdia blew a tire tonight. And Andre, correct me if I'm wrong. It's a quad injury. I believe the injury he had before was a quad. He came back. So I think this was a re-injury. At the very least, it's another soft tissue injury on top of the other soft tissue injury. But I think this is a re-injury situation. Please keep me honest on that if you guys can. But Doc, the fact that Denny Abdia was hurt, came back, and now is hurt again tells me that Denny's going to miss some time. I don't know. Could be 2 games, could be 2 weeks, right? Bro, Shaedon Sharpe has a rocket ship attached to his back right now. He went 25 points tonight, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. This is at Boston, okay? He hit 3 more 3 balls tonight. So talk to me about the ripple effects of Portland if Denny Abdia is out. And, of course, Jeremy Grant did not play in this game tonight. Robert Williams and DeAndre Ayton continue to be out.
Well, I was just sitting here mesmerized by Keon Ellis's 39 minutes tonight. Oh, he started because Malik Monk wasn't out. We got to talk. We're going to talk about that. But once I get over here to this Portland box score, if it ever pulls up. So Denny Abdia going down.
By the way, it was a re-injury. Andre says Abdia had been dealing with a left quad contusion he sustained February 26th. Went haywire for him again tonight. I hate it for Denny Abdia, but this is great news if you're into Shaedon Sharpe.
Well, Shaedon Sharpe's been amazing. He's been amazing for 2.5, 3 weeks, and he was great again tonight. Like, Shaedon Sharpe should be owned everywhere. Like, if you don't have him and he's available in your league, you should pause this and just go pick him up. Rick, I have a very important question for you. Did Denny Abdia aggravate his quad injury, or did he re-aggravate it?
I used to be really militantly against re-aggravate. And I think it's just aggravate. I don't think you need the re, because if you aggravate it, it was already an injury and you're aggravating it. So the re is a superfluous prefix, in my opinion.
I am militant that he aggravated a previous injury. He did not re-aggravate it. And I can see how you could argue that he re-aggravated it if he already aggravated it once. Whatever. He aggravated an injury. I don't like the word re-aggravate. I think it should be taken out of the English language. Shaedon Sharpe is money, dude. The fallout from the injury. Jabari Walker had 22 points and 6 boards. Don't fall for it. He does this once a month, and then we all pay the price afterwards. Delano Banton, 7 minutes, bro. Really? Come on. That's heartbreaking to me. Like, let that kid play. But Anthony Simons went off tonight for 30 points. But Shaden Sharp, if Denny Abdi is out, Shaden Sharp's going to ball. But I'm to the point now where even if Denny's playing full speed and full health, I'm still into Shaden Sharp. Like, Shaden Sharp is he's the definition of a must-own fantasy player right now. He sucked. He didn't suck, but he struggled for like the first half of the season and didn't live up to the hype. But ever since then, he's been amazing.
If Jeremy Grant and Denny Abdia come back and start with Kamara and with Klingon and with Simons, Sharp is probably going to be a guy that you have to send back to the waiver wire. All right. Don't get too attached to him. Don't fall in love with him. But it's good right now. All right. So we lily pad hop here, and that's a really strong lily pad for you.
Portland's playoff hopes are over. There was a time there
where
we were hoping.
They're not. What are you talking about?
Dude, they're 4 games back. It's done.
You may think it's done. They are 4 games back right now.
But that's of Dallas. So they're really competing with Phoenix because who they're a game and a half behind, because Dallas is going to go.
Dude, I'm telling you, Portland might make the PIT, bro.
Portland and Phoenix are in a battle.
Good.
Dallas is done. Thank you, Nico, you dumbass.
Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
Now,
why do you even care, dude? You're a Luka guy. Why do you even care? Just follow your boy Luka to the fairy dust of Tinseltown.
I have to sell 7 jerseys and 8 pairs of shoes and hats and banners.
Damn, you nerded out like that on Mavs gear?
Ah, dude, I was all in. I was on MFFL. I was with all those poor people living in Dallas, and now we're just like, oh great, our favorite team is the laughing stock of professional sports over the last 100 years. This is great.
Who cares? Flush them. You know,
I moved on. I'm a Lakers fan. Let's go.
Flush them, boy. Rick Kamla, Hall of Famer Steve Alexander. We are the Fantasy NBA today. Ethos After Dark. We have Andre Lamouche with us as well. Top 3 drop stock after Wednesday night's action. Top 3 drops.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dante DiVincenzo is ruining him. Moussa Diabate, Charlotte Hornets. Nurk is hanging in there, just barely. Drop his ass too. He's actually the next drop on my list. Nurkic and Moussa Diabate. It is the Mark Williams show in Charlotte. And I don't know if they're trying to prove something after they traded him and then got him back. But Nurkic and Moussa Diabate are just doing nothing. I'm out. I can't hang. I can't do it. They're doing nothing.
No doubt, dude. You know who I'm dropping, Doc? I'm dropping
Damian Baugh.
No, I'm not even. He's not even on the list. I already did that to you.
I know that.
Oh, by the way, in Sam Hinkie's letter, a 20-team keeper league that I'm in, I dropped Damian Baugh. I actually picked him up because of you, Doc, and he was actually in my lineup tonight, and he played like garbage. But I'm kicking this guy's ass anyway. But I dropped Damian Baugh for Brandon Williams. So there you go. Feeling good about that.
I would have done the same. I would have done the same, dude. I'm jealous of your Damian Williams pickup.
I think Brandon Williams might be some goodies here down the stretch. Dude, he I watched him in silly season with Portland last year, the year before. I can't remember when. He had some like decent little pop-up stat lines, and I've seen him in the summer league. Like he can go. He's fast, he's good off the dribble. He's got dog. I'm not going to try to oversell him here. It's a 30-team league.
No, I don't like the fact that you have him. You're the number one. You're power rank number one in 30 deep, and you just added a guy playing for a team that is literally scraping the bottom of the barrel and will play anyone, and he can play. That was a fabulous pickup, and that may be the move that wins you the league when I thought it might be my Damian Baugh.
I want this bad. I do. I want it bad. All right. Duop Reith played 9 minutes tonight, and Donovan Clingan only played 20 minutes tonight. Duop Reith played 9. We talked about him the other night. I didn't. He was brought up by somebody, I think. Doc, but go ahead and send Duop Reith back to waiver. Spencer Dinwiddie. I told you I'm out. Okay. Did you see his little nickel and dime stat line tonight? Dude, Spencer Dinwiddie is not going to be activated. Spencer Dinwiddie is kind of a flip the switch kind of guy. Like you get him against a former team, he'll activate. You get him in a like tanky situation, like come on. He ain't going to be it for you. And then Rashawn Holmes, guys. Alex Sarr came back tonight, played very, very well. Holmes missed tonight's game. I think it was a knee injury. So you can go ahead if you want to. Holmes' numbers have been pretty good, right? But if you want to go ahead and send him to waivers and pick up one of the myriad of guys that we've talked about here tonight, go ahead and do that.
And it just so happens that the only other guy that can even think about playing point guard for the Mavericks right now is Brandon Williams, because Exum is out. Jaden Hardy's out for weeks. Kyrie Irving is done. Dante Exum has a foot injury. He's gone for a while. Klay Thompson is 50 years old. He's going to be out of there. It's going to be Max Christie, Brandon Williams, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Najee Marshall. Like, those are the guys that are going to play. Like, I'm not all the way out on Dinwiddie, but legit, I would rather roster Brandon Williams right now than Spencer Dinwiddie. That's where I'm at. Like, the fact you picked him up and got him in 30 deep is like, I'm still I'm flustered. I'm not digesting this well. I don't like it. I wish anyone else would have got him, honestly.
I wasn't dancing and like doing an old disco step. Remember the Dante Culpepper with the Vikings after he threw a touchdown? He'd do this.
This is your
like traveling violation.
This is your Linsanity moment. You just picked up Jeremy Lin.
I hope so.
Dude, Dallas has no one. Nico might be out there actually playing with them.
Let's go. Let's go.
That is how you win 30 deep, dude.
Let's go. You got to get a silly season hero with 30 deep. You got to get a silly season hero. I hit my wagon
to Damian Baugh. I should have waited for Brandon Williams.
All right, let's get into some fallers here, dude. You want me to go first? You want to go first? Get into some fallers here, Doc, after Wednesday night.
Darius Garland has been like barely top 130 for the last 2 weeks. And he got shut down by the Heat. Cleveland came back and won that game. The Heat were up by like 8 in the fourth quarter. And I was watching the game with a huge Miami Heat fan tonight. I was like, I got money on Cleveland. I don't feel good about this. And he's like, don't worry, dude. The Heat will blow it. Cleveland's going to win. They did. But Darius Garland's been shaky. I mean, there's no fantasy actions to take here. He's just been a little dicey. What's up with Donovan Clingan, dude? Like, your Portland is barely hanging on, doing their thing. 20 minutes, 2 points, 7 boards, 1 block. That's just gross. There's no one even else. There's no one else to even play center for that team. Jabari Walker hit 8 and 9, 6 3-pointers, 22.6 boards. Like we said earlier, don't fall for that. But remember the dude that cut Klingon to pick up Dayron Sharp? I don't think that worked out, but he's not missing anything by not having Klingon. He's totally annoying. And then Michael Porter Jr., who I believe had a double-double tonight and played well, but he's been barely top 150 for the last 2 weeks. As Russell Westbrook comes on and as Jokic and Jamal Murray do their thing, Michael Porter Jr. is just kind of hanging out there.
I like the list, Doc. He is. It's weird. And with Gordon out, he should play better. I didn't MPJ have a double-double tonight? I thought he had
He did.
Pretty good.
I think he had, like, was it 13 and 10 or something?
Something like that.
Kind of weak.
I can't believe after I was busting your balls about the Ty Jerome thing, I actually have him written down here on the fallers list. Max Strus, DeAndre Hunter, and Ty Jerome. They're too good. They're too good. They, by the way, are the secret sauce of the Cleveland Cavaliers. That second wave with the Merrills and the Okoros and the Dean Wades and these guys. But to me, they're all in each other's way here. Strus, Hunter, and Ty Jerome. I wrote down, Doc, the Jazz vets, Lauri Markkanen, Walker Kessler, John Collins, Colin Sexton, and Jordan Clarkson. Are they ever going to play competitive basketball again? This is gross. I want to encourage these terrific players to launch a collective mutiny against Danny Ainge and the tanking Utah Jazz, because this is not Will Hardy's fault. It's Will Hardy's not making this decision. This is well north of Will Hardy right now, I promise. You think Will Hardy wants to take all these L's? No. Coaches don't. Portland obviously did not instruct Chauncey Billups who he could play and who he could not. And Chauncey said, yo, I'm trying to win in this piece. And I, draft pick positioning be damned. Utah clearly is on the other side of this, but I want these guys to demand a trade. Why sit on the frickin' bench in Utah? Go to management and say, get me out of here. This is a joke. I was put on earth to play basketball, and you are literally, I'm healthy. I want to play. I'm a starter in the NBA, and you won't let me play. I want the vets on the Utah Jazz to launch a mutiny and all collectively ask for a trade. Obviously, this is like the world according to Cam right now. None of this is going to happen. These players are like, wait a minute. You're gonna pay me, Doc, I'm just gonna pick a number here. Like Lauri Markkanen probably. You're gonna pay me $900,000 a game to not play. I mean, okay, that's the way you want to rock, right? I mean, you're getting mountains of money not doing any work for it. So if you're that human being, I don't know, dude. It just pisses me off.
Did you?
And then Danny Abdia. I got him written down too with the re-injury tonight. You could probably send him back to waivers. Go ahead, Doc. Sorry.
Did you say that you have Ty Jerome as a faller?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because he's got to share with Max Strus and DeAndre Hunter, and the whole thing is blended. I mean, if one of the core four is out, then Ty Jerome has a cute little game, but that's from Streamerville. Like when you talk about Lauri Markkanen, $514,000 per game to not play. Thank you, Andre.
So Ty Jerome over the last 2 weeks is ranked higher than Devin Vassell, De'Aaron Fox.
I know. It's because of the nerdy percentages.
Okongwu,
it's because
Bradley
of the nerdy
Beal,
percentages.
Jaylen Brown, Quinn Grimes, Brandon Podziemski.
And all of these guys have way better counting numbers, and you know that.
This is Sharp.
This is about nerdy percentages.
Trae Young, Franz Wagner,
Isaiah
Hartenstein.
Blah.
Bro, do not disrespect Ty Jerome. You don't.
I just called him a faller.
Oh, I don't like that. He only hit 4 of 12 shots. He only hit 4 of 12 shots, and he played a ton of minutes, and he's the man. He's the
Okay.
sixth man.
All right. Let's talk about some risers here.
Okay.
We got to accelerate the show a little bit. Let's talk about some risers here, bro.
Fine.
Yeah. So with the Ty Jerome thing will be an ongoing deal because he'll be brought up on every freaking show that we do from now to the end of the season.
Tomorrow,
so we're not done here.
You'll talk about Kyle Filipowski. I'll talk about Ty Jerome. I don't care.
And Brew will talk about Keon Ellis.
And then I'll talk about Luka. And then you'll. We're very predictable. We are human beings. It just is the way it is.
All right. Top 3 risers. Who you got?
Miles Turner. Quietly. Last 2 weeks. Top 10. Balling. Remember when Miles Turner was traded from Indy and like never play for them again, and they all hated him and he didn't really fit in? Him and Tyrese Halliburton have got a thing going, and they're kind of balling out together. And again, this isn't fantasy relevant because you can't go out and pick up Miles Turner, but if you have Miles Turner, your team is probably rolling right now because he's averaging 18 points, 6 boards, 5.3 3-pointers over his last 7 games to go along with 1.1 blocks. No, that's not him. 2.4 blocks and 3.6 3-pointers. Sorry, I was looking at LeBron's numbers. Dude, if you're giving me 4 threes and almost 2 blocks a game, I'm all in. And that's Miles Turner. That's what he does. That's what he's always done. And I never understood all the hate for Miles Turner. So Miles Turner is on fire. Your guy, Jaden McDaniels, bro, he's been top 10 for the last 2 weeks. And we kind of thought Julius Randle was going to ruin him and Naz Reid. And he sort of did. He sort of does one game here and there. But I still think McDaniels and Reid are going to be okay. And they're going to kind of ruin Julius Randle. I think it's going to go back and forth, kind of like a tug of war. And then Dante DiVincenzo, who was not great tonight, but he's been top 12 for the last couple weeks. And welcome back, Dante. I'm so sad you hurt your toe because you were going to go off for the rest of the season. We had to wait like a month and a half for it to come back.
All right. We got a lot of the same guys here. Jaden McDaniels is on my list. I think, and we told you don't drop him. Play it out here. See what it's like with Julius Randle. It's been great tonight. 29 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 3 threes. My God. And this was in a game where Julius Randle had, I believe 20 points, but I have a little scribble over the number after the 2. But he had 10 points and 10 rebounds and 9 assists tonight. He flirted with a triple-double. Okay, Julius Randle was absolutely terrific tonight, and Jaden McDaniels still went up. I wrote down Dante DiVincenzo. He has been spectacular since coming back. He was just solid tonight. 16 points, 5 boards, 1 steal, 4 threes. I mean, we'll take it, right? Anthony Simons is balling right now. Guys, over the last 3 games, he's gone 27 points, 34 points, 30 points tonight at Boston. And then my guy, Isaiah Collier, Doc. Isaiah Collier tonight, did you see his fat little stat line? 19, 7, and 6, 3 steals, nothing else. But that's what I'm talking about from Isaiah Collier. I just called that out like last night. I want to see some goodie games from Isaiah Collier right now. I mean, you literally have no competition. Go be the man. Go dominate this piece. And he did. All right.
Bro, can I redo my Magic Man? Because my guy, my 30 deep hero, James Harden, is sitting on 49 points and 6 threes on 58% shooting. I don't need your who's your guy? Who'd you pick up? Brandon Williams. I don't need him. Bullet. I got Jimmy. I got the beard, bro. I'm good. Okay. All right. I'm fine.
All right.
I'm fine over here. I got Damian Ball and the Beard in my lineup. I don't care. I got Delano Banton with his 1 assist and 1 rebound in my line. Oh, we just hit 50. We're at 50 points for Jimmy Harden. Oh, so fired up right now, dude.
Doc is it's a roller coaster of emotions in here. He's been pissed off tonight. He's been mad at me. He's been screaming, and now he's just psyched. He's on cloud 9. He's on cloud 18. All right, the stud awards of the night. Peyton Pritchard. I mean, again, 43, 10 and 5, 10 3 balls. Wow. Derek White, 41 points, 3 steals, 1 block, 9 threes. All right. He's number 2. And then James Harden, and Doc just gave you the numbers on Harden. But let's go.
It's over. It's over 50 points, 6 threes, 5 assists, a block, 4 rebounds, 58% field goal shooting. Let's freaking go, baby.
Yeah, that was nice. Bama Adebayo, honorable mention, 34, 12, and 5. Hero is out tonight, so he went off. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 41 points tonight. Golly, every night. Mr. Consistent. Dame finally had a game, 34 with 5 3 balls. Giannis, 32, 15, and 4. And we talked about Jaden McDaniels. All right, the top waiver wire performances of the night. Number 1, Johnny Juzang, 0% rostered. And we gave you his stat line. He is 27.7 rebounds, 0% rostered. He'll be 2% rostered as of tomorrow morning.
Do you pick him up in a 12 team league?
Hell no. Hell no. Najee Marshall's on waivers. Keon Ellis is on waivers. Filipowski is on waivers. Shaden Sharp is on waivers. Bob Carrington is on waivers. Hell no, I'm not picking up Juzang in a 12-team league. Not even close.
Okay. Just checking.
That might have been a little bit too yelpy right there, but you hit a nerve.
Dude, you never know, man. I mean, you could be like, I really have a feeling about Johnny Juzang because Johnny Juzang could be a thing. He really could be. I don't think it's absurd to consider him a thing 2 weeks from now. Like, we may be sitting here like, you have to go pick up Johnny Juzang because that's the way Utah rolls.
Like I said, give me 2 more really good games and you've got my attention. Right. Pardon me, you've got my attention, but I may actually pick you up if you do 2 more games, similar to this kind of thing. And it's not going to happen. Johnny Juzang is not this good of a player. This is an aberration. Chris Dunn is number 2 on this list. And then Bob Carrington, 12, 5, and 9, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and other waiver wire performances. Bogey. We mentioned Keon Ellis. How about the Memphis guys, Doc? Vince Williams had a nice little goodie line in the starting lineup. Brandon Clark dub off the bench. And Scottie Pippen Jr. had a nice little line. 15, 5, and 3, 3 steals, 2 threes in a game where Ja Morant graced us with his presence.
And shot the ball terribly. Yeah. Bogey Bogdanovich to me is a pickup because Norm Powell's not coming back anytime soon. And he's on my 30 deep bench where he's going to be throughout the friggin' playoffs probably, while you're going to have Brandon Williams in there balling out on my head. This sucks. Bogdan Bogdanovich, don't sleep on him. He had 23, 3 and 3, steal, block, 3 triples. What a line from Bogey Bogdanovich. I'm surprised he's only an honorable mention. He's only 57%. That's pretty high. And then Keon Ellis. Keon Ellis played 39 minutes. Had a decent line. Keon Ellis is just not going to be a guy that pops on the box score because he doesn't score a lot of points. But Brewski is a roto guy, and he's really dialed into all the intricacies of what a guy does. And that's Keon Ellis in a nutshell. So Ellis and Bogdanovich are two guys, I think, that have to be looked at after this.
Keon Ellis is a must roster guy right now, in my opinion. With Malik Monk out, Sabonis is out. You got to get you some Keon Ellis right now. And he's going to have these periodic games where he spikes up for 25 and 29 points and makes 7 threes. He has these games from time to time. You know, tonight was a meat and potatoes Keon Ellis game. 11, 7, and 3, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 1 3. That's a meat and potatoes Keon Ellis game. That's going to be the floor for Keon Ellis in these non-Malik Monk games. And I say that plural. I don't know that yet. But, Doc, the duds of the night.
Dude.
Go ahead.
What is this guy doing? The guy you're about to announce to the world. Like, what? WTF? Say it.
What are you talking about right now?
The first, I'm talking about Brook Lopez. That's who I'm talking about. 23 minutes, dude.
Brolo was invisible tonight, bro. Invisible.
Against the Dallas Mavericks, who don't even have a center.
Brook Lopez checked out, yo. He's like, dude, why am I playing tonight? We're going to beat this team by 100 points. I'm telling you, he did. Splash Mountain was like, y'all got me effed up. I'm bringing it tonight.
Why am I even here? Why did
Kai Jones didn't even play? Dude, your boy Kai Jones didn't even play. He went 21-8 with a block, questionable, and then downgraded to out. Dude, way to make a great impression with your new team. I mean, Nico Harrison, you are killing it, dude. Shredding.
Brook Brolo. 23 minutes, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 blocks. And then he was like, bye-bye. I don't get it. By the way, your guy, Kyle Kuzma is playing better. All right. So number 3, dud of the night was Brook Lopez. Number 2, Keegan Murray. Rick, 6 points, 3 boards, 2 blocks.
They've ruined him. Sacramento's ruined Keegan Murray. He needs a change of scenery, bro. He needs elbow room. He needs to go to Washington and explore his game. I love Keegan Murray. I love Keegan Murray, but he is bottled up in sack, dude. They got too many guys.
He needs to walk the earth.
He does. He needs to go Jack
like
Kerouac
Ricky.
on this.
What's that? Ricky was it Williams, the football player?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he just went.
Free
remember
spirit.
when he
Remember
when he walked the earth for a couple of years?
I'm a big Ricky Williams fan, man. Free thinker. He's out there. I like it.
Dude, I bet he likes him a drum circle.
That's what I'm talking about. Ricky. Treasure Island, bro. Sunday afternoons from about 2 p.m. to sunset, dude. We're out there banging on drums, man.
Rick, tell us about our number 1 dud of the night. It's your guy that you talk about every night. Tell him.
I don't talk about him every night, but it's Zach Edey. 6 points, 9 rebounds, 1 steal. Really nothing else. Zach Edey had been playing good ball. And I mean, frankly, like 6 points, 9 boards, 1 steal. That's the dud of the night. There wasn't worse than that. Oh, yeah. Yusuf Nurkic, 2 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. He was terrible. But I mean, he didn't even play any minutes. Tumani Kamara didn't tilt the machine tonight. And Terry Rozier was
Terry
dreadful
Rozier, dude. Drop
Played
Terry
40
Rozier
minutes
and go pick somebody up. Gross.
Completely agree. All right, guys. We have dispensed the fantasy goodies and fully recapped a beautiful Wednesday night in the NBA. I want to thank our great producer, Andre Lemouche, for Dr. A. For all of you for watching, I'm Rick Kamla. Please subscribe to the Fantasy NBA Today podcast. Leave us a 5-star review. Subscribe to the Sports Ethos YouTube channel, please. And go to sportsethos.com. Get signed up for a membership. We've got the best fantasy content in the game. It's very affordable for you. And also go download the Sports Ethos app from your favorite app store. Doc and I will see you again midnight Eastern on Thursday night. This episode's been brought to you by BetOnline.